Hi everyone, and welcome to Sherry's live Crunchi Facebook makeup demo. I'm so excited to hopefully have a bunch of you join us tonight while I teach everyone a little bit about Crunchi, give you a little bit of education, and teach you some makeup tips. So very, very excited to share Crunchi and share a little bit of what I know with all of you. My name is Lisa Davis, and I do these crazy Crunchi parties all online. This is what I do a couple nights a week. I party online with lots of fun women. And it's just great. It's fun. It's a little bit late for me tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, and it is 10:30 here. And this is a tired mama a little bit, but I'm excited because I love doing my Crunchi parties. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Sherry. So when you hop on, when you join me live, hi, welcome. When you join me live, just type in your name, give me a like, so I know you're out there. And while you, hi Sherry, welcome. And while we're, having the party, any questions you have, please just, thanks for the thumbs up. Any questions you have, just post that, type in your question, type in your comment. Hi Kira, welcome to the party, and I'm happy to answer your questions for you. So whatever questions you have, happy to answer them or try to, whether it be Crunchi related, makeup related, about the products, the ingredients, usage, and how long they last, exchange policy, whatever questions you have, happy to answer. So again, we'll just give everyone a minute to hop on. And as you are joining us, please type in, say hi, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're out there. I just kind of like to see who's joined us. Before I get started real quick, we'll just give another minute or two. And so I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Once again, I want to give a huge thank you to Sherry for hosting and gathering everyone together in the Facebook world. So I am 46. I am the mom of 3, 2 boys and a girl. And we're actually on our winter break this week, and we just went skiing for one day, just a quick day trip, which was super fun and pretty warm. So it was really fun skiing. Anyway, just want to share that. Now we're back, and I'm doing so much laundry that I could just cry. But y'all know how that goes, mom life. All right, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to talk about Crunchi as hopefully more people join in the fun. Crunchi is a new company. It's a little over a year old. It was started by 2 young moms out of Palm Beach, Florida, who had switched over everything in their homes. They'd switched over to all non-toxic cleaning products and skincare and shampoos and stuff for their kids and their babies. But they couldn't find any non-toxic, green, safe makeup that they loved. Hi, Alicia, welcome! Yay, glad you could join us. They couldn't find any makeup that they liked, and they tried all these brands, and they kept going back to the toxic brands, the makeup that they knew they shouldn't be using because they just couldn't find any makeup that they liked. And they did try, some other brands that are supposedly, healthy and good for you, and just nothing met their standards. So they said, we're going to start our own company. We're going to make our own makeup line, and it's just going to be held to such exacting standards. And that's exactly what they did. They started Crunchi, and they started with just this idea of what they wanted to provide to all women who were really interested in switching over to a non-toxic makeup line that they didn't want to compromise on. They wanted to wear beautiful makeup, and they didn't want to have to compromise on the quality or just how good it was. And so Crunchi was born and started in December of 2015. And so it's been a little over a year that it's been around. And I want to share with you a couple things about Crunchi. And for those of you just joining us, giving you a couple minutes of history of Crunchi, and then we're going to get started with the makeover, live makeover, yay! And while I'm going through and doing my makeup, I want you to ask questions, post any questions you have about the makeup, happy to answer them. So Crunchi has badges. I don't know if you can see this. We are all our products are made in the USA. They're consciously packaged using recycled packaging wherever possible, and recyclable packaging, of course. And they are thoughtfully produced. They are cruelty-free, absolutely cruelty-free. They are toxin-free. They are non-GMO. They are fragrance-free. They are gluten-free. They are non-GMO. They are vegetarian or vegan, and they are USDA certified organic. We use USDA certified organic ingredients in our products. And so let me explain a couple of the badges. So the products are vegetarian or vegan, and the only reason that some of them are not fully vegan is because we use sustainably harvested beeswax, or organic and sustainably harvested beeswax, in 4 of our products. And we and the bees are not harmed in the harvesting of the beeswax. And then our products are a mix of certified organic ingredients and safe synthetic ingredients. So we proudly choose the safe synthetic when it is safer than actually the natural ingredient option. And an example of this would be Japanese honeysuckle is often used as a preservative in some of the greener brands, but Japanese honeysuckle actually can mimic endocrine disruptors in the body. And so because of that quality that it has, even though it's a natural ingredient, Crunchi will not use it in its products because it's not safe, not considered safe, and it's considered a risk. And so another example is we do use a certain amount, a type of silicone in our products that is it's a safe synthetic, it's absolutely safe to use, and it just provides a silky texture to a couple of our ingredients, a couple of our products, such as the primer. But again, we have a whole position paper on our website about silicone, and the particular type we use is absolutely safe to use and is wonderful in the products that we use it in. So again, we're always going to look for the safest ingredient or options to use in our products, whether that be a safe synthetic or a natural USDA certified organic ingredient. Another example is a couple of our products have a natural scent from vanilla. It's vanilla, and it's from vanilla planifolia extract. And that's found in, for example, the foundation and our beautiful lip glosses. And it is just an absolutely intoxicating scent, and it's all natural based because it's from vanilla planifolia extract. And our owners actually went to 8 different suppliers to find the very, very best quality of vanilla extract that they could. So it's pretty cool, the thought that has gone into every single product in the line. So just a couple more quick things I want to share with you about Crunchi, and then we're going to get started on the makeover. I know, it's a lot of info, a lot of great stuff about Crunchi. It's pretty cool, it's pretty groundbreaking. But I want to share with you a couple of just quick exciting things about the company. Our compensation plan was vastly improved as of January 1st of this year. So if you know of anyone who's not involved in Norwex who might be interested in the Crunchi opportunity and is really into makeup and things like that, just refer them on to me, and and if they do sign up, I will be happy to reward you for your referral. Thank you. I love what I do. I love teaching women about makeup. Thanks, guys. I love teaching women about makeup. I love sharing Crunchi. I love sharing the health message and the mission and just all of it. And I just feel like it's such a good fit for so many women on so many levels. I help women ditch toxins, and I help them get gorgeous. And what could possibly be better than that? So just a couple tiny plug for turning over the labels and looking at the labels, looking at the backside of your products. A couple of common toxins that are in so much makeup we don't even think about. Parabens, which are a very common preservative, are in makeup. Lead is found in very high quantities in makeup, regular makeup that we would get from the department store or drugstore. And in fact, fragrance, even fragrance is found in things like eyeshadows. That is insane. You don't need fragrance in eyeshadows, but it's there. So this is what I want to share with you. There are 4 types of makeup on the market today. There is your toxic brands. You go to the department store. There's Lancome, Dior, Chanel, MAC, Clinique, Urban Decay, all those kinds of brands. Toxic, full of the chemicals I just named and many, many, many more. And then you have the next type of makeup, which is greenwashed. And greenwash means it sounds healthy, it sounds lovely, maybe it's got like a green package, maybe it's got like an ingredient in it like Amazonian clay, it sounds beautiful. But when you turn that bottle over, when you look at that label or turn that box over, look at the label, the packaging, you can read all the chemicals in there that should not be in that product. So greenwashed. And then you have a third type of makeup. And this type of makeup is actually like pretty good, pretty safe makeup, pretty clean, pretty good ingredients in there. But then you go to use it and you are tremendously disappointed by, how the makeup performs. It just doesn't perform well, it doesn't last, pigment's not there. We've all been there, ladies, where it just does not work for us. And then Crunchi is the 4th type of makeup. Truly safe makeup that performs and that looks beautiful on. So I'm excited to share that with you guys tonight. Okay, so now, full disclosure, before I get into the makeover, I am not a makeup artist by any stretch. I just happen to love good makeup, and I love sharing Crunchi, and Crunchi makes it easy. Even for women who don't necessarily wear a lot of makeup or who don't wear much makeup or don't do too much to themselves, but really want to learn a bit more, maybe want to start wearing a little bit of makeup from day to day, Crunchi makes it easy. So without further ado, it's time to get started. And for those of you who are just joining in, type in hi, and you can ask questions at any point. I'll be happy to answer them as we go on. All right. So I want to start with the Crunchi primer. I don't know if you can see that. What? So our primer is our only like non-makeup product, and the primer is amazing. It does several things. 2 pumps really does your whole face. So I just rub it together in my fingertips, and I spread it on all over my skin. And it has a wonderful, wonderful feel, like a silky feel to it. So I just spread it on all over my skin. I put it on eyelids, underneath my eyes, nose, cheeks, chin, even down my jawline. And then once I spread it on, smooth it on, I press it into my skin. And you want to work kind of quickly here for the next few steps, and I'll explain why. I'm going to talk slowly and slow things down, but typically you'd want to work quickly, and you will put on the primer and then your liquids and then powder right after, one right after the other while everything is damp. Okay, so it adheres better. So primer does several things. It acts as a beautiful, kind of like it blurs imperfections, fills in fine lines and wrinkles, and it really, it just gives you a smoother texture skin. The other thing it does is it actually, so it smooths out your skin's texture, and it prepares it for the foundation and concealer that you're about to apply. So think about the walls of your home. You're painting the walls of your home. You wouldn't just put the paint on the walls. You put a coat or layer of primer first. Same idea with your skin. You want to just prepare your skin surface to make it as smooth as possible. So it prepares the skin for a smooth application of foundation, but what it also does is it helps the makeup adhere to your skin. So if you've ever had the problem where makeup you tried to put in your skin and after a few hours it was just gone, like wiped off, primer can really help makeup adhere to your skin. Obviously it works best with Crunchi foundation and concealer, but it really is amazing with keeping makeup on your skin. So that's the primer step. And while the primer is still tacky, you want to go in with your next 2 products. So, and women always ask me, concealer and then foundation, foundation and concealer. It's truly personal preference. If you have a lot to conceal, it's probably best to do the foundation first and then go in with the concealer anywhere that you feel that you need to conceal. I don't feel like, other than my circles and bags, I don't think I have too much to conceal, maybe a little bit of redness, couple of discoloration spots. So I'll go in with the concealer first, which is kind of what's traditionally done, and then I'll follow up with the foundation. So we have 4 beautiful shades of concealer. I am a medium. Most fair-skinned women are the medium shade. A common mistake women make is they'll go with the lighter shade. Oh, I like to go lighter on my concealer. You never want to go lighter on your concealer because then you're just highlighting what's going on here. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is conceal, and so you want to go a little darker. So this is the medium. You can see it's well loved, well used. Oh my goodness. And the concealer, the medium concealer is truly the best bet if you are a fair-skinned lady. And we also have light, fair, and tan as well. So I'm going to grab, I am not finding the concealer brush. Hang on 1 second. I just had a party and I transferred my brushes and one did not transfer over. Bear with me 1 second. It was still in my makeup case. So this is our fabulous concealer brush. Now the good news about this concealer brush is it's absolutely amazing. Our brushes are vegan. They're spectacular. The brushes are beautiful and soft and wonderful. And they're tiny, like plastic extruded bristles. And the reason why they're vegan and not natural animal hair is because obviously that would be not cruelty free. But also because the brushes are designed to not absorb lots of product. They're designed to transfer the product from the container to your skin. So you are wasting less product and using less product and saving money. Isn't that wonderful? So the bad news about the concealer brush is that it is back ordered until mid-March. Unfortunately, there was a huge run on them and we are waiting with bated breath for more of the concealer brushes. So if you want the concealer brush, just comment below, message me, post, let me know. I will put your name on the list. I have about 20 women waiting for this bad boy. It's absolutely spectacular. So you're going to take up And it will come back into stock, but it's just going to be a few more weeks. So we have to have patience. You're going to take up some of the concealer on your brush. And what I like to do, I know it's so sad, is I like to draw, I have a lovely mirror right here that I need. I like to draw a sort of a V of light. And it's always funny when people see me in my makeup videos, they're like, but you're not wearing any makeup. But then I try to apply it as quickly as I possibly can. So I draw a V of light with my concealer. And then I pat in using my ring finger because it's the gentlest finger. I pat in, and the reason why I do that is I want to sort of bring it down my face because I really want to blend it in. You can already see the difference that makes. It's lighter, less circles, less bags, and then it's buildable. So you just want to keep adding it until you have the coverage level that you desire. And I really just like to lighten up the whole area. And again, I bring it down my face to really kind of blend it in. So see already, that's so much better. So now we'll do the other side. And this is one of my deal-breaking products. I do not leave the house without concealer. Just a little, even just a little, if I'm not doing a full foundation, I still want to do concealer, maybe a little powder, mascara, lip gloss, and I feel like I'm put together enough where, you know, I'm looking okay. So once again, I draw that V of light with the wonderful concealer in medium, which is the shade that most fair-skinned women are. And using my ring finger, I pat it in, but of course, I want to initially apply it with my concealer brush because it just places it right where it needs to go. And look at that, lightened up already. Oh, thank goodness. So again, that was the medium concealer and our gorgeous concealer brush, and just let me know if you want to go on the wait list for that brush. And then I just actually want to show you a couple other places you can apply concealer. I actually really like to apply it around my nose. Sometimes I just do the tip of my nose. It's a little bit red. It was very dry where we were skiing for the day, so my nose got a little bit red. And, you know, I have a little spot right there. Just made me want to, oh my gosh, look at that. Done, gone. And then I like to do underneath my bottom lip a little bit because there's always a little bit of a shadow there that I like to kind of cover up. All right, so that's good. So then the next step is the foundation. The foundation is probably my absolute favorite product in the line, and this is our beautiful Flawless Foundation. Most women are a 2.5 natural shade. Most fair-skinned women, I'm sorry, are a 2.5 natural shade. We actually have 5 gorgeous shades. We have fair and light, which are extremely light, like Casper white, really light. And then we have, of course, the 2.5, which most fair-skinned women are. We do have sample packs that you can order that contain all 5 shades of foundation, plus the primer. So they're wonderful sample packs, and they give you at least 2 full face applications, so you get a fantastic idea of what shade you are, and you can try the primer and the foundation. It's wonderful. We have foundation 3, which is slightly darker, and then we have tan foundation. So this is the medium, and this is tan. You can see the difference, and tan is really for ladies who really tan beautifully or easily in the summer. And again, we'd all be, normally this is like my 5-6 minute face. Normally I blitz through this in the morning, no time, but because I'm chatting, it's gonna take a little bit longer. So what you wanna do is you wanna shake up that foundation really, really well. You wanna get it nice and mixed up. And then I apply 2 pumps to the back of my hand. Actually, what I really need is 1.5 pumps, but I'll do 2, so I'll do a little more coverage tonight. Women typically use anywhere from 1 to 4 pumps. Just depends on what you want in terms of coverage and buildable, you know, however much you want. So 2 pumps on the back of your hand. And then, this is a little bit the mind-blowing part, I take my flat top foundation brush. I am going to apply my foundation with this gorgeous, soft, amazing flat top foundation brush. I know, so crazy, right? So I take up some of it on the brush, and I literally, and oh my goodness, it smells so good. It's got that wonderful vanilla extract. The brush is so soft. The foundation just goes right on. I put it right over everything. I do eyes, nose, cheeks, chin. And again, you want to work a little bit quickly. But you can see it's starting to blend in. So I'm doing like a blending, stippling motion, right? So a little bit of just a blend and a stipple. Kind of like you're dabbing it, but then you're blending it and sweeping the brush a teeny bit at the end. And you can see, and I want to do it like right along my jawline. Take up some more foundation from the back of my hand. And I usually like to do a little extra on my nose. Let's face it, our noses we touch our noses a lot. It's good to have a little extra coverage there. underneath. And you see how it really is giving just a beautiful finish right along my jawline. I like to actually just kind of take it right down my neck just to really blend it in underneath my lips. And you can see. See? Perfect. There you go. Perfect coverage. Okay, so that's the Flawless Foundation with that amazing vanilla extract. And then the next step is translucent powder. And I am not, guys, give me like a like or a thumbs up because I'm not really seeing any comments, and I'm just concerned that sometimes Facebook does not show the comments so much. So I'm actually going to grab my phone. I'll be right back just in case I can't see comments. Okay, can't find my phone. But hopefully, if you guys are commenting, I'll be able to see them. So you want to take the translucent powder, and it has an awesome cap that slides open and shut just like this to open up just a few holes. You're going to shake out, these are called our no filter translucent powder. You're going to shake out some powder in the cap, and you can't really see it, but it's just a tiny bit of the powder. You can't really see it, but just a tiny bit goes a long way. So our no filter translucent powder, and you will take your loose powder brush, and all the brushes are helpfully labeled, which is amazing. You're going to swirl, tap, and you're going to brush it on. And the powder does many things. So I should say that all the products are wonderful for oily skin, dry skin, or combination skin. And this powder is amazing. It sets the makeup, and it also helps to control oil and shine. So it does, and it gives you a beautiful airbrush finish. So it's really quite amazing. See, now I've got a pretty glow, and it's kind of like helps set the makeup, and it looks great. So our next step is we're going to do a little bit of contouring, a little subtle contouring, and then we're going to add some color to this plain Jane face. So this is our beautiful bronzer, and you can see it's got the same smart design. You can, it's great for travel. You can open and shut the little holes, and you can just take out exactly what you want. So a little goes a long way with the bronzer, right? This is not the 80s. We want to just control ourselves with what we're using for bronzer. So I'm going to take my beautiful blush bronzer brush, always helpfully labeled. Yes, absolutely. The makeup is so good whether your skin is oily, dry, or combination. Women, no matter what your skin type, they do really, really well with Crunchi. And actually, women find that it helps your skin over time. I've had terrible rosacea, and I found that after using Crunchi makeup for about 6 months, my skin looks better than it's ever looked. And I credit part of it to Crunchi. And that's just my experience. I'm not claiming it's going to help everyone with rosacea, but my experience is it's helping a lot. So I'm very, very happy with my skin since I started using Crunchi. So I'm going to take up the bronzer, so swirl and tap. It's like the bend and snap in Legally Blonde, the swirl and tap. Someone said that in a party, and I thought that was absolutely hilarious. And I'm going to apply the bronzer in the shape of a 3. So this is like subtle contouring and color, adding color to the face. So kind of like, you know, along your side of your brow. And take a little bit more. You can see that I'm adding some color. Just tap, so I'm tapping more into the cap. And again, just a tiny sprinkle, little bit, not too much. Take it up on the brush. And you can see just some really pretty color is being added. See? See how pretty that is? Just very subtle. And what you're doing is you're creating cheekbones. I really don't have much in the way of cheekbones. So it's really nice to be able to create that. And then I also love this trick. So take a little bit more right along the jawline. And now we're just defining our jawline. And ladies, this is really crucial. So you see kind of like in the shape of a 3. So forehead, cheeks, jawline, thank you. And that's it. And I am subtly contoured and bronzed. Super, super simple and easy. I love the bronzer. And just really flattering on everyone. So the next step is we are going to do a little blush, and then we're going to do eyes and lips, and then we'll be done. So exciting. Crunchi has 4 gorgeous blushes. I'm going to show you them all. This is Palm Beachy. The owners, as I mentioned before, are from Palm Beach, And a couple of their shades are very Palm Beach, very Miami. So just fair warning, I will let you know. You will see for yourself which ones are like, oh, look at that pigment. But this is Palm Beachy. This is our most brilliantly colored blush. Tread lightly with this one. It's very, very, very vibrant. The other three are, I would say, are our very wearable shades of blush. This is Crave. This is my personal favorite. It's got a bit of a shimmer to it. You should know it's got a bit of a shimmer, and it's just a beautiful pink shade. My personal favorite, but it does have a bit of shimmer. This is Pretty Please, which is a light pink, and that's for just more of a subtle wash of color. And then finally, this is Royal Flush. And Royal Flush is like Crave, but without the shimmer. It's matte, just like Pretty Please. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Crave. And I'm going to use that same beautiful blush bronzer brush. And you can see how it differs from the loose powder brush. This is taller, thinner, really designed for loose powder. And this is just designed really for, you know, angling and for cheeks and things like that. So it's shorter and squatter. So they're different designs for different purposes. So I'm going to take up some of the color, some of the Crave on my brush, always tap off the excess, smile to reveal your cheekbones, and then just a quick swipe of color, like right along your cheekbones. And I like to go easy on the blush. I don't need like the big swatches of color. So I think that looks good. And then it doesn't have to be so precise. And then I always take my loose powder brush and just kind of blend. I just immediately blend in the color. But you see how that's subtle. You can always add more for more color, but I like to be subtle. Really like to be subtle. Sometimes people see me, they're like, really? You sell makeup? Because it doesn't look like you're wearing too much. But I like it's a beautiful, like everyday, basic 5-minute look. I can always glam it up for evening, but there's no reason to walk around like, oh, look at all that stuff she's wearing on her face. Okay, enough chatting. So now we're going to get to eyes, which is so exciting. And I want to show you guys some fun little tips and techniques for eyes. I like to keep it simple, but there are certain things that I like to do that I love to share with my ladies in my Facebook parties. And one thing I love to do is demonstrate how versatile our eyeshadows are. So if you have dark brows, dark hair and dark brows, we at this point do not have liners. The company is working on liners, brow liners, eyeliners, all kinds of liners. Right now we don't have them. You know, they're still adding products to the line. And so I like to share with you what I use to fill in my brows. And you can actually use several of our beautiful colors to fill in your brows yourself. As long as you have an angled liner brush, which again, the company is working on, but you can get these almost anywhere. If you can find an angled liner brush, you can use any of these eyeshadows as brow liners or to fill in your brows. So we have Faux Suede, which is a spectacular brown, like chestnut shade, which I absolutely love as a corner crease color too, but it's going to be for my eyebrows. We also have Allure, which is a mauve brown taupe, which is actually great if you have like light brown hair. And we have Tiki, which is a beautiful, like very light brown that is great if you have blonde brows or blonde hair. So I'm going to go with that gorgeous chestnut shade, Faux Suede. Don't even need to wet the brush at all. So you're just going to take up some on the brush, always tap off the excess, and then you're just going to fill in your brows. You're just going to draw in your brows and just fill them in. And this just gives you such a natural, like filled in, highlighted look. Like I absolutely love it. And it stays all day, and it's super, I like a strong brow, so you don't necessarily need to use as much. But I think you just look more groomed when you have like a filled in brow that's shaped. I just think it looks better. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Oops, my light just went out. No. Okay, that's funny. So I'm just filling in on this side. And you can get a spoolie brush. Again, you can find them almost anywhere. And it's just, it just almost looks like a mascara brush that's never seen mascara. And I just like blend in the powder. See? And you can go lighter or darker. So I love, like I said, I love a strong brow. But I think it looks great to like frame your face with your brows. So the next step for me is we're going to do a little bit of eyeshadow, and I want to show you sort of an everyday look that I love. And I'm going to use Curiosity, which is my favorite base shade. It's got a bit of a shimmer to it. It's a beautiful pink. You can see well loved. And we have two eyeshadow brushes that are phenomenal. We have our regular eyeshadow brush and our blender brush. So this is just to put like your base color on, and this is to work in the crease and in the corner of your eye, right? So these two brushes are really all you need, except you do need an angle liner brush. And of course, they're ever so helpfully labeled on the barrel of the brush. So you're going to take your regular eyeshadow brush, the bigger, flatter one, and you're going to take up that base color, which is Curiosity, which looks universally good on everyone. Tap off the excess. And I like to our shadows are very pigmented, so I like to press the shadow in. I really like to press it in, and mostly all over my eyelid. I stop before I get all the way up to my brow. So you can see it's got pretty color, it's got a tiny bit of shimmer to it. It does have a little bit of shimmer. And again, you want to just press that color in. And as you're joining us, or if you have any questions at all about the products or anything, please just post them below. I'm happy to answer them. So you can see I've added the shadow over most of my eyelid. And what I'm going to do now is add a highlight shade. So I love, as a highlight, I love Champagne Pop. And I should say, I want to go back to the foundations for a minute. The foundations and the primer each will last you 3 to 4 months, depending on how much you use. They're actually going to last you the foundation will last you longer if you use the flat top foundation brush, and it's going to look absolutely beautiful on your skin. So I like to always say, if you're going to get the foundation, invest in the brush too. If you treat your brushes well and wash them well, they're going to last for years. So this is also one of my favorite shades. This is Champagne Pop, and I'm going to use this for highlighting. So I'm going to take my blender brush for a little more precision, and I'm going to dip it in the Champagne Pop, which is a beautiful, like, sparkly champagne color. And I'm going to apply it right under my eyebrow, like along my brow bone. You can see how that gives it a nice gleam. And I'm also going to apply it here in the inner corner of my eye to give a little light to the inner corner. Always very dark and they're very shadowy. So that's going to lighten it up, give it a pretty kind of healthy eye pop. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now I sort of like laid the foundation for my eyes, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in the crease. So I'm going to take Allure, which is that beautiful light brown mauve taupe shade, and once again I'm going to take my blender brush, take up some color on the brush, tap off the excess, and then working in the crease, I'm just going to add in, so you can even open up your eye as you're applying, just to make sure that you are actually working in the crease. And you're going to windshield wiper back and forth to add that color in. See? And then we'll do that in the other eye too. And again, I actually open up my eye just to kind of see where I am, make sure I am really working in the crease. And this is a beautiful shade. It gives color, but it's very subtle, so it's hard to overdo it. And the one thing you want to make sure of with, see how pretty that is? And the one thing you want to make sure of is that you don't want to go up too high. You don't want to put that color way up towards your eyebrow. You know, you want to keep that as your crease color. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blender brush once again, kind of wipe it off. And I'm going to apply a little bit of the faux suede. I'm going to be very, very subtle in how I apply it, but I want to do just a little bit in the corner. Okay? And this takes a little practice. Even sometimes for me, I'm like, ooh, that was a little bit more, a little bit less than I wanted to do. So it takes practice. So you're going to take up a little bit on your blender brush, tap off the excess, and you just want to draw a little V. And again, you always want to start out with a little, because you can always add more. Again, you're just drawing that little V. Right? And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my flat brush, my regular eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to blend with that brush. And you're just going to blend that out. See? Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to take up a little bit. And again, you saw how I kind of like built it up. Like you just want to go slow with it. You want to just add a little at a time. You do not want to add too much at one time. There's no need for that. So I'm once again going to take my blender brush and blend. And there you go. Little corner color. So the colors I used were Faux Suede, and I used Allure, and Champagne Pop, and Curiosity all over for just a beautiful, subtle daytime look. And for nighttime, you can just amp this up. You can add more of the Faux Suede in the corner, and you can add more of the Allure in the crease, and just amp it right up. Now, what I'd love to do is show you all how I use this as liner too. I'm going to use this as eyeliner as well. So I'm going to take my angle liner brush. I'm going to take my Faux Suede once again. You can also, I'm going to show you the other colors we have. So not just what I use, but I'll show you the other colors we have. So there are a couple other colors that you can absolutely use as liner too. So, I know, isn't that great? So we're going to take up some of the Faux Suede on the brush. Tap off the excess, and we're just going to draw our liner. And when I started doing this, I was like, oh, okay, this is another way to put on, excuse me, eyeliner, because we don't have a liner yet. But now that I've been doing this for a while, excuse me a second, I absolutely love it. And to me, it's like a perfect way to put liner on, because you can control it, you can smudge it, you can make it thicker, thinner line, you can do a cat eye. It's perfect. I love it. So I'm going to do this side too, obviously even it up. And I just feel like you have all kinds of control with it, and it looks great. We have different colors you can use. You can make it a thicker line, thinner line, and it stays beautifully. It really doesn't go anywhere. And you do not have to wet the brush to apply it. It really goes on beautifully wet or dry. Okay, so that's the liner. So that's the eyeshadow as liner. So you saw that I did Faux Suede. I use it as brow filler, brow liner, eyeliner, and as corner color. So that's a pretty versatile little shade there. So I'd love to show you a few other shades we have for eyeshadow. We have Innocent, which is a beautiful white matte. This is awesome as an all-over base color. We have the Daring Peacock, which it's a brilliant, brilliant green color, peacock, but I love this as liner. This is super cool as a liner color. And we have Devious eyeshadow, which is a very, very wearable, like copper, like a deep copper color, gold color. Actually, yeah, it's a beautiful wearable shade. And we also have Eclipse, which is black, which is beautiful. You can use it as liner, or you can use it for a smoky eye. So the black is amazing, Eclipse. We also have Cosmic, which is an absolutely beautiful navy blue. Again, it's great for smoky eye or as a liner. I like to use it as a liner. This one is Almost Famous, which is a beautiful purple or eggplant shade. Again, as a liner, it's fantastic. And Reflective is just a beautiful metallic green. This is a lot of fun. I love wearing this like on my lower lid. And then finally, last but not least, we have Fearless, which is one of my absolute favorite shades. And it is like almost like a coppery metallic color, copper metallic color. It's really beautiful. So our eyeshadows are just so easy to wear. So now, of course, everyone always asks about mascara, and the Crunchi mascara is superb. It's made with green tea fibers, and even just a couple coats, and you can tell the difference. My lashes love Crunchi. So green tea fibers give you like huge buildable lashes and defined and amazing. But over time, I find that I don't know, it helps my lashes like thicker, grow in thicker and stronger. So you want to pick it up on the brush. And the Crunchi mascara takes a little time, but it's worth the effort because it really looks great. So I'll do one side and you can kind of see the Crunchi difference. So the technique is you want to go in at the base and you want to press in. No. I'm back. Okay. Whew. I don't know what's happening with my connection. I hope people can watch. Hope people are able to see. So you want to just give it a few coats. Okay, so you can already see a big difference. But now, so I like to do one coat like that, and then I go back and I do a coat. So my first coat was like this. My second coat, I wipe off the tip, wipe off those green tea fibers on the tip. And then I go in and I use the tip of the wand to grab and coat individual lashes. And women who don't even like mascara, or women who've had trouble finding a mascara that works for them, absolutely love Crunchi. Like, cannot say enough good things about the mascara. I think this and the primer, well, and the foundation, people cannot get enough. So take a look. Wowza, right? It's great. So then I might go back and, it takes a minute. You have to have a little bit of patience with it. But I really want big lashes. I'm going for big lashes right now. There we go. Good enough for you? Okay, now I got to even out because now I have normally rabbit lashes. My lashes are okay. Good. Phew. I'm glad to hear that, Sherry. Yeah, it cut out a couple times. I was like, oh no, I lost everyone. So you can see how good the mascara is, and you have to take it takes a couple of coats, but it's totally worth it. It stays all day. No flaking, no smudging, no nothing. It's not going anywhere. It's just giving you spectacular lashes. All right, so now I'm going to work on this side. I feel like I need to have music. Do, 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 do. Sorry, guys, it's late here. You'll have to forgive me. And again, what I love about this mascara is it's good for your lashes. It's healthy for them. So when you want to swirl around in the tube, you really want to pick up all those fibers. You want to do the press and wiggle. So it's a multi-step technique, absolutely worth it. And I should say this makeup, when applied in the steps that I showed and the directions I showed, will literally last you all day, 10 to 12 hours. The makeup will last you. I mean, other than lipstick or lip gloss, you will not have to reapply a thing. That's the beauty of Crunchi makeup. It's so long lasting. Okay, so just a little bit more. I now want to work on the tip. And again, you don't have to do all of these steps. You can just do the press and wiggle and be done. But I wanted to show you the versatility, and I wanted to show you how you could amp up your lashes using just the mascara. That's it. All right, look at that. Wow. Love the mascara. It's my faves. Okay, the mascara will last you about 3 months if you use it every day, and you're supposed to pitch it every 3 months anyway, because every time you open and close the tube, you're introducing mascara. You're introducing bacteria into the tube. Okay, so that's our gorgeous Lashes for Days Blackout Mascara, and it's only in soft black, but that is the most popular shade. So now we're on to lips, finally. I'm sorry it took a little bit long tonight, but I got kind of carried away with the eyes, and I don't know what's happening with the hair. Don't look at the hair. Oh my gosh. Okay. But I got carried away with the eyes and all the other stuff. So lips. So we have beautiful, beautiful lipsticks, lip glosses. I'm going to quickly show you all the shades, and then we're kind of going to just do a quick look. This is Maryland, which is a beautiful, beautiful red color and great for date night. I absolutely love Maryland. And anyone can rock a red lip. And with a look like this, like a very sort of basic, simple eye, you can do any lip color you want, and the more bold, the better. This is First Avenue, which looks completely shocking, but is a beautiful, it can actually go on lightly, and it's a beautiful light plum. So it can go on super dark, or it can go on lightly, completely up to you, but it's a beautiful shade. And don't be afraid that it looks so dark in the tube. It can be lovely on, especially when you apply it lightly. This is Pomegranate, one of my 2 favorite lipstick shades in the line. And it is just a spectacular color. We're probably going to wind up, I'll show you Pomegranate. I'll show you a couple looks. So we're going to definitely do Pomegranate as one of them. And it's just a beautiful, like, sort of a reddish raisin, just beautiful shade, and not too dark. This is Fierce. No, I lied. This is Spontaneous Lipstick, and it is like, hang on one second. It is like a, it's not the coral. Hang on one second. I want to show you the difference between them. Yeah, this is our sort of orange coral shade. It's very, very bright and very Miami, just so you know. Don't say I didn't warn you. This is Fierce. And this is like a super bright pink color. There's a bit of a red to it, but it's mostly pink. And it's also very bright. Like I said, the creators of Crunchi are from Palm Beach, and on a couple of the shades, they embraced the vibrant colors wholeheartedly. This is our beautiful nude. This is Pure. Pure looks good on everybody, hands down. It's an incredibly universally flattering shade. And this is Blissful. It is super light. You need to know that it is a very, very light pink color. So just know that going in. All right. So we are going to do, we're going to do the nude, the Pure. Our lipsticks are super hydrating, beautiful, last for hours. They really are just amazing. So you can see how pretty the Pure is, just like that. I love it. Again, super hydrating, wonderful. They're not going to dry out your lips. They're actually going to like really, really hydrate them, and the color will last for several hours. So I want to actually show you our lip glosses, last but not least. We have 9, so we have 7 beautiful lipstick shades, which you saw, and my favorites are Pure and Pomegranate. And we have, for lip gloss, we have Transparency, which is our translucent gloss, so just for clear shine. This is great in its own or over any of the lipsticks. Looks awesome. The next is Date Night, which is a beautiful, fun pink, kind of like a subdued but fun, pretty pink. And my personal favorite is Genuine, which is a pretty pink. And, you know, it's really just like, it's just a pretty shade of pink. It looks great on everybody. It's got a little bit more color to it. And then our next shade is Namaste, which is a nude pink, and this is a very this is a light pink, so it goes on really nude. There's, you know, almost very just a subtle shade to it. This is Sangria. It's our darkest gloss. It's a beautiful burgundy shade, and it actually pairs really well with the pomegranate lipstick or on its own. And all the lip glosses have that fabulous vanilla scent, that intoxicating scent of vanilla, which is just wonderful. This is Juxtaposition, and this is Summer Nights. These are our 2 shimmer shades, and one is more peachy and one is more coppery. So this is the Juxtaposition is a little more, let me take a look, a little more coppery, and this is a little more peachy. Summer Nights. And last couple of lip glosses. This is Ella, which is super light pink, and it actually pairs with the Blissful lipstick that you saw. This is a really lovely shade, but it is light, very light pink. And then finally we have Dance Party, which is another fun pink, and kind of a little bit lighter and just a little bit more of a punch to it. All right, so I'm actually going to put on Dance Party to kind of show you what it looks like over the nude. And I love layering lip gloss over stick. I feel like it lasts longer and gives dimension to the color, and it's just fun. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe that off and show you one other look. And if there's any other colors you want to see, just let me know. My lips are a little bit dry from skiing, actually. Despite the fact that I was using all kinds of lip balm, it was very dry on the mountain. So, my lips are a little bit dry despite my best efforts. So I'm going to use my gorgeous pomegranate shade. And you can see that it looks different than in the tube. So it's really a beautiful red, like a beautiful medium, you know, burgundy-ish red. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's a great color on everybody. And I think I want to show it. Hang on one second. I'm going to show it with the transparency, the translucent lip gloss over it, just to give you an idea of the versatility. But I like having like a darker lip when I have like really neutral eyes. So I'm just going to take the translucency lip gloss and just dab it over. And now I've got like a beautiful shine to my lipstick. So it went from matte to shine just by adding in the transparency lip gloss. So I'm going to post all the colors I used on our page. And thank you all for tuning in. This was super fun. If you're ready to order, it's crunchi.com/Lisa Davis. And please put Sherry's name in the notes section. And orders over $150 ship free. We have a 30-day exchange policy on everything. So anything that you order that you're not thrilled with, I will work with you, I will help you, and I will exchange it for you for something that you will be thrilled with. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you all. And again, any questions that you have, just ask them. I will pin the replay of this video, hopefully, so that everyone can see it who was not able to tune in live. And just thank you all for joining in. And this was a lot of fun. Hope you guys learned some new stuff. And the party will be going on for several more days if you have questions and when you're ready to order. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Sherry.